green doors. So we're just going to take this temporary stroll to go into this room. This room looks hard, but it's not. And actually, when I had my quote-unquote fiancé, if she ever watched that, she'd probably kill me for it. She has watched a little bit of these videos, but I think she'd kill me for it. But anyway, if I called her fiancé. But essentially, she went on along this lawn path here and managed to clear the room, ending here. She just went on the complete side, didn't even go in any of the middle paths. I don't know how to do that. I don't know how she managed to make it work. But it worked. So I'm not going to do it that way, though. I'm going to do it the way I know it's done. So first, obviously, anything that has arrows, we want to get rid of right away. Because, well, there's really no other better way to do it. And if we get a path like this where we only have two choices, again, always pick the arrow path first. Next, since there's only one really path from here we can take it this way. There is multiple ways to do this. I've done it another way before where I started on the right instead of the left. The left was one of the last ones see, I don't know. I have no idea what she did. And we just basically, it's all forced from here, really. And if you're wondering what we're trying to do, we're trying to open these in a specific order, but we don't want it, we have to get it to where this little guy gets in against either one of these two walls or in this middle thing, or we can't kill him. That's why you want to open these in such a way where you can easily catch up to him quickly before he has a chance. So, for example, I just went ahead and did corner jumps there to make sure I had enough time to get to him. And then we scare him off into the corner and kill him. And now that we've gone through that room, we have now the possibility of doing this. Which seems difficult, but it's not. You just redo what you kind of did earlier, but this time we can hit the switches. So now we got this room. This mess. Yeah, so normally you would just do this room. You have this door right here, which you can close this off, but obviously if you do, there's really no way to get to these guys, so it's kind of pointless and so forth. But there's actually a challenge. Let me start from here so I can actually read it to you. If you're wondering why I'm moving diagonally, that's because the challenge is don't move orthogonally, which means if you move straight, you can't move straight, basically. You can only move diagonally. I don't know why they didn't just put you can only move diagonally. I guess that's good for vocabulary to know other words. So, of course, we want to just get this to where... how did I do this before? Just keep it to where you can get it simple and clean, essentially. So we want to get those guys. There's really... It's not really hard, or may not seem that hard, until we get to this part of the room. Yes, because of how these guys work. Let me elaborate. Well, actually, since we started on this side, we want to actually go to this one first. So we have enough time to swing it. Okay, that's why I was confused. So, since we can't really move in a... So we're moving more in an a weird fashion. It's kind of strange, probably. But this is where this really gets hard. What we want to do, due to how this is designed, is we want to actually get there. If we stay here, we're not going to have enough time to kill it. So, here, let me get rid of this guy first. If we go down, these guys are going to be trapped, and we can't get to them. And actually, what they're going to end up doing is surrounding us. So what we want to do is get it to where we only have one eye on each side. That is perfectly fine. Though I think that it's possible to do it with only two. I don't know. And then what I do from here is just go right here, get rid of those guys, and go ahead and go around like that. Utilize that eye to block. That's not what I did the first time. I actually only had one eye left over, but it's pretty much all the same. You just gotta kind of maneuver yourself in a way where you can avoid movement. But it's definitely in that in this Bishop's Tour, yes. But anyway, we can move straight now. Essentially, in that pathway we took, it's just which one is closer, kill that one first. Obviously. So we're gonna go right, because right's a dead end. We like dead ends. And we get to go into this room. I feel like Beathro said something else in that last room. Maybe I'm thinking of a different room. I thought Beathro said something in one of those rooms. I could be wrong. I could have swore he did. I don't know. So if you're worried there's not really anything wrong with this, we can just go ahead and kill these guys. Hit this orb, which is what you're supposed to do, and kill them.
Probably could have cleared the room without hitting that orb.
And Beathro's right. We could have probably cleared that room without hitting the orb. Now that I think about it, it was actually a different room than he had a speech, now that I think about it. So yes, we can clear this room without hitting the orb. How do we do that? We get that one Wraithwing to kind of die, and then we get this one like this.
Orb there? But Delva's not as good as me, no doubt.
Don't fence me in. So yeah, why was that orb there? We didn't need that orb. We could just had any old obstacle and killed it. I don't know. I mean, there's not still, even though this is a lot of puzzle work, it's still not anything that's worth a lot of explanation. Anyway, now we got this dead end, which, yeah, it's what it looks like. Kill this roach to this path. And because it's pretty much common sense what we got to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and tell a story. Because, yeah, you don't want to watch me just do this and not just, oh yeah, roaches, more roaches, yeah. So, story time. Okay, so when I first played DROD, we're going to go back to the old days. I actually, I think the first time I played, and it was before recently, which was like a few months ago, when I finally, I literally forgot about the game. And then many years later, at least 4, this was before The City Beneath was actually released. I think it was in early beta. But, what am I saying? Essentially, I did a, I can't even speak. I played this game, I got to about level 20 and then stopped. Because it was too hard for me. Or was it 19? It might have been 19. Because it was way too hard for me. But then, we're going to catch ya. Here we go, caught him. But then, I started playing again. And when I did, that's when the second Sky was literally about, like literally a few weeks before it came out. And I actually love this game. I'm a puzzler. And I just love puzzles. So it kind of was confusing when I stopped. I'm not really sure why. But I was kind of pleasantly surprised about how well this game has developed. And I was really excited. So, this room is pretty easy. We just kill these roaches. Kill that one Wraithwing by getting them into that room. Like so. And then just kill the eyes. And arithmetical, not even a word. In a certain order. But yeah, so I don't know why I stopped playing per se, but I liked how the game turned out over the years. And yeah, we're gonna be gutsy and kill all these guys at once because we don't need to do it the slow way. So now this room, don't go up first or you'll get yourself trapped. And there's many ways you can kill those guys. Pick your favorite. My favorite's that way. And we'll do more of the usual. This room, just kill these guys your favorite way, again, without getting yourself trapped. And more of the, pretty much same. So yeah. Just take this nice and slow and you got nothing to worry about. And let's use this checkpoint because I don't feel confident. Now, I actually remember the first hold I tried to make. I didn't really make it. There was actually a really hard swarm room I made. I tried to remake it and I couldn't remake it. I don't know what I did, but it was really difficult. Maybe I was just not very smart and it was actually really easy. That's always a possibility. But I don't know. It just always felt really hard. Also, if you haven't really noticed, we're kind of doing the puzzle or party again. We have been in this entire level, but yeah. So I don't really have much to talk about with my DROD days. I didn't actually know there was a community. I just played the game, so there you go. Up or down? What do you choose? If you chose up, you chose poorly. I'm going down first. So this little note says, things really isn't hard if you do it right. Of course, that can be said about most things. So yeah, you just hit this, and of course, you hit in some way, eyes will see you in some way. You can do it like this. This is actually really not that bad, but we're not going to do it that way. If you actually hit it from here, the eyes will not spot you. So now I'm going to challenge myself. I'm going to clear this room. I'm surprised this isn't a challenge. Maybe there's not a way to program it. But I want to clear this room to where I'm never spotted by an eye. Maybe it's not possible. Maybe that's why. Yeah, there's always going to be that one eye that spots me, isn't there? Well, forget that challenge. I'm sure that would have been a challenge if it was possible, but wish it was. I kind of do wish it was. Whatever. Maybe it is possible. Maybe I just gave up too quickly. But it's not a challenge, so I'm not going to spend a million years trying to see if it's possible. So we can't go right, so we go left. And this kind of, again, shows that kill these guys in the fastest possible way, while being detected by the least amount of eyes. This one we just kind of run in the corner and hide. Then we can do the same again. And we can do the same again. Nothing too big. But yeah. Pretty cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. And we go over here and kill these queens, which I'm not really sure how they're a threat. And then, of course, if we don't leave ourselves a pathway back, we get stuck. So yeah. Not much more to say about that room. I wish I could really go into in-depth explaining, but I really can't. Which is these rooms. For example, this room.
Hey, look at all those evil eyes. It still creeps me out when one of those things wakes up.
Yeah, it creeps me out too, Beathrow. It creeps me out too. So this is really easy. Just don't get impatient. And make sure you have a pathway back, or you're going to get stuck. You don't have to worry about eyes on the way back. I think, actually, the first time I did this room, when I first played this game, I actually got stuck. It's because I actually tried to kill every eye on the way there. And so, without being spotted, and yeah, it didn't work out. It doesn't really matter if you're spotted. They're not going to swarm you that badly. And so, on a side note, that's why it seems like I'm not really explaining the puzzles. It's because there isn't really much to explain. It's pretty... A lot of these earlier levels are kind of given what you need to do. You kind of understand. It's just a matter of doing it. Except for those few rooms in some of the earlier levels, and some of this level, where you kind of need a little bit of an idea what to do. But most of them are pretty self-explanatory. But when the rooms get more complicated, of course, I'll have more subject matter to discuss. But for now, we'll just go with the... Just trust me on my word that I will have that. More words. I'm taking this slow because, obviously, I want a pathway back. I don't want to have to scrap the recording. Mostly with how much I've done, and since I decided to do this all in one. Of course, since it doesn't really bug me that much because it was earlier in the path, but still. And if you never want me to do this again, please feel free to tell me. I won't ever do a one for all ever again. Or yeah, all rooms in one level in one recording. If you don't like it. So this note says, I hope you left yourself a pathway back. So yeah. Well, actually said path back, but whatever. So yeah, you can just have fun with it. A trapdoor festival. We get to hear trapdoor falls. And a clear that's just in the distance. Oh gosh. Voice crack. So we finished that pathway, and what does that leave us with? It leaves us with the up direction. And if you thought this level was almost over, no, it's not. We have at least 2 more rooms. At least. I think it might be 3, maybe. Not including the secret room. I haven't showed you where the secret room is, but take my word for it, there is a secret room. Oh, please. No. You didn't go where I wanted you to go. Here. Go right here. Okay. We're going to go this way first. Yeah, it is 3 more rooms. Okay, so we're going to go this way first. Ignore those guys. We can't get to them anyway. And we got this path. Pretty difficult. Maybe. Basically, what you want to do is just get the mimic in there. Kill this guy. Kill these guys. Hit the switch. Do the same with the other mimic in this room. And then go in here yourself. At least, that's the idea. We're going to do the challenge, which is don't strike any orbs, and don't get stuck where you will need to strike orbs to escape. Yeah. I'm not really sure. I don't think it's programmed. I think you still complete the challenge as long as all mobs are clear, but I guess there's really no really big way around that. So even though it is intended that we, I'm just going to do it the way they said it, though it doesn't really matter if you strike the orb afterwards because it's still going to register it. But beside the point, we want to actually go in the room with this mimic because this gives us the most walkway room. Make sure we do not hit that orb. I actually, when I was testing, I accidentally hit it and I was confused why I didn't complete the challenge. Though I think he says something I could have cleared this room without orb strikingness. Maybe. So what do we want to do is get to where we get here. We can get him down to this pathway. And get him in right there. Yeah, that's right. And then we can walk here and walk him up, walk him around. And then we can walk him inside and go ahead and kill everything. But yeah, so I accidentally did that and it was kind of funny. But he just says something like, oh, I could have did this without hitting any orbs. Actually, I've already messed this up. I think you need that one eye to actually be able to maneuver yourself enough to where you can get over to the others. Don't quote me on that, though.
Sloppy dungeon design, putting in unnecessary orbs like that.
Moderate striker. So yeah, it's kind of unnecessary design, and that is true. If you can do it without the switches, then or orbs, why did you put them? But it's kind of an interesting challenge. As you can tell, I've already got myself stuck. Surrounding, we've already know how to work with surrounding. We've worked with it a lot. There's nothing more to say about it. More simple, just get them in that wall. And then we go to the last official room in this room. This room actually took me an hour the first time I played this game. It's not that bad. It might be if you're not used to swarm rooms, but it's ultimately not that bad. Just be aware of killing everything as fast as possible, which means every move is committed to killing something, essentially. You should not be not killing something if you can help it. That's the key to swarm rooms. Just kill stuff if you can kill it. So we're going to go up first, even though I usually go down first. It is possible, I suppose, but actually I might not be in good standings if I do that. No, I'll be fine. You can hide out in here. That one Wraith Wing is not going to be brave enough to come for us anyway. And yeah, so. And yes, Mr. Rochi's in there. We can ignore Mr. Rochi. Oh, he's going to run away from us. That Wraithwing. Okay. Queens. Everything likes to run away from us except these roaches for now, and eyes. But yeah, so, well, all there would have been left is Mr. Rochi, except for the fact that this queen ran away. Now there's only Mr. Rochi. Okay. And now we have officially finished all the main rooms of this level. So you're probably wondering, where's that secret? There's a lot of pits, and you didn't really go exploring walls. So where's the secret? Where is it, if there is one? Actually, there is one. Well, if you're really curious, this is the really nice-looking exit room. Wow, they actually kind of outline the secrets for you in this one. You can tell there's lights on each corner. Yes, there's a crack in each corner. This one doesn't lead to it. This one doesn't lead to it. And I'm just going to spare you the time. And yeah, the top left one doesn't do it either. It's the bottom left. And we get this room. Now, if you notice, we're already invisible. This is where I said that the invisibility potion really becomes a puzzle. And yes, this room is hard. I'm not even going to try to deny that fact. So what we want to do is get these guys to go. As you can tell, they run away from us. Their runaway range is in our vision range, meaning they won't come after us. We can't work them. We have to push them. So what do we do to work around that? You're probably wondering. Well, it's as simple as this. We got to get to where we get one of these guys to drag in a corner one. Then we kill this guy and scare him to a corner like so. That is the puzzle. We have to get them. That's why I said surrounding is very useful to know, because we have to get these guys to where they're brave enough to come near us because they're being surrounded. From there, it's just a matter of getting them all towards the center to where they cannot get us. Trust me, this room is really hard if you don't understand that. And we just gotta push the last one inside. Go, my friend, march. And so just make sure they don't run away too much. And make sure he doesn't get too far behind. So get him to about right there. You can do that. That's fine. Because then we can just corner... No, we can't corner charge. Oh. Well, yeah, we can still get him. So that's essentially the room. It's not too big. And now we've officially done every room of this thing, and we can go to the next level. Level 5, all-in-one recording. If you don't like it, just I'll not do it ever again. But I just decided to do it all in one recording because, yeah, why not? And because I haven't been recording as much as I should have, so I'm just going to throw it all in one recording. So, next time. Perhaps the level architect was trying too hard to make his point, whatever that point was. In any case, you can be thankful that there are no other levels in Dugan's dungeon like this one. This is the 6th level. It's an ice level. And you'll see what that note meant in the next part. So, this is DRG Central, and see you next time.